Thank you, Madam Speaker. My people were hopeful in this new government when dealing with the CFS crisis. We want to trust in this government. We are deathly afraid of losing our children forever. We know many children have died in care. Families and communities live with a huge hole due to the failure of the systems that are beyond our own people's control. Families belong together. One way to achieve this is to allow permanent wards to be transferred to customary care arrangements to ensure they stay within their families and communities. Can this government make that happen?
The Honourable Minister of Families.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. And this government is committed to reforming the child welfare system in the province of Manitoba. Just in the last number of days, there was a summit with the MKO. I know the member attended the summit as well. I know the member, one of the members who are leading our legislative reform committee has heard from close to 1,500 individuals in terms of changes to the child welfare system. We have committed to customary care, a part of our reform plan. That's exactly what we will do, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Kewatinoook on a supplementary question.
Thank you. I was very grateful to hear that the blame game wasn't reiterated, because if you want to blame somebody, blame me, because I should have been at the Premier's door when he was there. I should have been at Stephen Harper's door when he was in power. I should have been standing up for our most vulnerable. The CFS system, of which one of the ministers referred to as a national embarrassment only 2 years ago, has had little change. We all have a role to play to ensure this never happens again. We have had far too many years of being ignored when decisions about our children are being made around the tables in this building. What actual participation will Indigenous leaders have in the redrafting of CFS policies and legislation?
The Honourable Minister of Families.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and including making sure Indigenous leaders are part of this process is the most important thing that we can do. We have members, a part of our Legislative Review Committee from SCO, members from MKO, as well as the Manitoba Métis Federation. They will be bringing forth some recommendations to myself to change our legislative process and making some reforms to the CFS system. We've had numerous summits in terms of the SCO. We've had numerous summits in terms of the MKO, and the Manitoba Métis Federation will be having some summits where we're hearing the voices of Indigenous people this week. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Kewatinoook on a final supplementary.
Thank you. For everyone here, life goes on. But for me and my people, we mourn. We see the missing students in our school. We see the parents' woeful smiles. My people are grieving. Generations of lost children. It seems to never end. We need to know what this government will do to ensure the cycle ends. Truly listening to the people of who your lives dictate, of your policies dictate to. The minister heard foster parents have more rights over our children. Will the province ensure that biological parents have equal consideration, or better yet, priority consideration over foster parents?
The Honourable Minister of Families.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker, and this government is taking action. We've addressed this. We've said that one of the most important things our government can do is reform the child welfare system, and that's exactly what we are doing. We are listening to Indigenous individuals. We're listening to people all over the CFS system to make some changes. There's a legislative review process that's ongoing right now, that's visiting places like Brandon, visiting places like the Paw and Thompson and other regions to hear their voices. What will happen is that Legislative Review Committee, which is made up of Indigenous individuals, will report back to us, and we'll be introducing legislation to fix a broken system here in the province of Manitoba.